what to expect from a home inspection on a probate property. That's our topic today. We'll get started right after this. California is home to the country's most expensive probate property currently on the market. Real estate is booming, and why shouldn't it? I mean, the weather is perfect here in San Diego. Where else in the country can you snow ski and surf on the same day, all in the middle of January? For anyone who has purchased a home, they probably had a professional home inspection. A home inspector is an individual who will systematically evaluate and scrutinize most of, if not all, of the accessible areas of the probate property, both inside and outside, otherwise known as a physical evaluation of a home or physical home inspection. In the real estate industry, the job of the inspector remains the same. Their job is to protect the home buyer's financial interest. Hi, I'm KimWard. I am a certified probate real estate advisor. I am a real estate broker here in beautiful San Diego, California. My team and I help executors, administrators, and trustees with homes in probate or trust administration. Since you're here, you must be involved with a probate, and if you are, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that like button on this video. And if you have questions or comments, just put them down below. I answer every one of them. So let's continue with what to expect during a home inspection of a probate property. The home inspection is the process of systematically evaluating the systems of a home. So what are the systems? Systems can include, but are not limited to, roof, electrical systems, plumbing components, interior systems such as doors, floors, walls, ceilings, the attic, the foundation, things like that. A physical home inspection is also a limited evaluation of those systems of a probate property. In other words, a home inspector performing a home inspection has limitations as to what they can inspect and what they do not or cannot inspect. They're really looking for what they can visually or otherwise access, and what is considered beyond their scope are things that they can't. So let's talk a little bit about what is within the inspector's scope. The California Real Estate Inspection Association standards of practice include: a home inspection is a limited, non-invasive examination of the condition of a home, often in connection with the sale of that home. The home inspector here in California is governed by the Business and Professions Code 7195-7199. In short, it more or less sets the standard for what a home inspector is and is not. Home buyers who choose to hire a home inspector in the state of California should read this law thoroughly before they choose a home inspector. After all, they are about to make one of the biggest purchases in their lifetime. For most buyers, a home inspection is a potential game changer, and without a doubt, the single most important component to the entire home purchase experience. Why? With a really thorough inspector, there may be much discovered which could result in the reconsideration of the home purchase altogether. On the other hand, with a house investigator who knows very little or does a poor job evaluating the property and finds very little wrong, it may leave the new buyer with thousands of dollars in unexpected repair costs. I'm currently helping a client that lives in Philadelphia, and her father's home is here in Mira Mesa. And the buyer had their initial general inspection on the probate property, and that inspector recommended that they have the main sewer line looked at and the roof. So the buyer brought in a plumber who put a scope down the main sewer line, and it was discovered that the actual line had broken apart, and basically sewage had been leaking into the ground, making the ground really wet about 6 feet down. Anyway, the broken line was not a good thing, as you can imagine, and the buyer went and got a bid on getting that repaired, and it was just shy of $11,000. So that meant that the seller, my client who's in Philadelphia, had to consider what to do in this case, and I let her know that any other buyer was going to get that same report, and unfortunately it was determined that it was best to credit the buyer the $11,000 towards this repair that they will get done once they are the owners of her father's home. And that was really her best course of action, because now we are going to be finishing up on that sale early next week, and that way she can move on with her life. So that's an example of what can happen with a good home inspector who is guiding their buyer to get more inspections on the property. And now the following are essential tips on how and why the home should be prepared for the home inspection. We want to make sure that the probate property is clean. This might sound like a simple task, but there are sellers who tend to overlook it. A clean property is validation to the inspector and others viewing the home. It shows that it's been taken well cared of and helps to create a very good first impression. While a trained inspector won't let their first reaction guide their inspection, it's best for all parties to work together to make the house look as nice as possible. You're going to want to make sure of the following. You're going to want to make sure the utilities stay connected. The home inspector will have to run the dishwasher, turn on the stove, test the furnace, and switch on the heat and turn on the air conditioner to make sure they are all in working order. So make sure that the utilities are on and connected, particularly because most probate properties is vacant. It would be a major inconvenience to have to schedule a further inspection because one or all of the utilities are shut off. You're going to want to do the following. Leave the keys for electrical boxes and any outbuildings. When you have a detached garage or an exterior building with the probate property, make sure to leave the remote control and all the keys for the inspector. In addition, make sure if you have locks on the sprinkler system, make sure all those are unlocked and any electrical boxes are not locked. Providing easy access to all of these items will make the home inspection go quickly and free of preventable issues. What a property inspector is not. Just to be clear, a property inspector's job description does not include a pest inspection. A home inspection is not a building code or mold inspection, nor is it a real estate appraisal. The home inspector may add into his or her report that they recommend the buyer obtain a pest, mold, roof, or electrical or plumbing inspections, just like they did in the case of the Philadelphia executor's situation. I hope you found this of value. If you did, remember, like, subscribe, and comment down below. That way the YouTube algorithm will show these videos to others just like you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.